Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm trying to keep my voice down because my niece who watches my videos said, can I give you a bit of constructive feedback, Ali? You're shouting. And I forget, you see, because I trained as an opera singer, I forget that I can really project my voice, and I'm thinking about my audience out there and it's making me want to shout. So I'm keeping my voice a bit lower today, but welcome back to my channel. It will probably go up higher because I'll forget, but I'll try. Okay, I thought today what I would do is I want to try on some of my new products because you guys are terrible. You've got me into buying Tom Ford now, as if my bank balance wasn't bad enough. But anyway, I was so impressed by that eyeshadow. And I had a couple of vouchers for my birthday. Still haven't spent the Charlotte Tilbury one. So I treated myself to a couple of Tom Ford products. So I'm going to put that on today. But I thought what I'd do first, and it's something I haven't done before, is sort of go through a little bit of a skincare routine. Because there's no point putting nice makeup on if you haven't actually taken care of your skin. Now, this week, I have been quite tired. I've been running around. I haven't stopped. And I suffer a lot from insomnia. My tablets dry out my skin, especially my under eyes. And my skin was looking dull. So last night, I delved into this sample bag I've got. I got this big sample bag when I ordered a skin cream, which was quite expensive a while back. And Cult Beauty sent me this bag of stuff. It was mad. Anyway, what in this bag was Sarah Chapman Skinesis overnight facial, and I put it on last night, and my skin this morning just looked lovely. Definitely recommend that, but it's expensive, and I haven't bought the full size. I've just got this little one, but it's great, really great. The main thing with me is my under eyes, as you probably know. It's the main thing with me that's aged really, really quickly over the last few years, particularly since I've been on medication. I've had to up the medication, I should say, and I've had insomnia as a side effect. People used to say, oh, I can't believe you're that age. They don't say that anymore. You know, I like my skin, but my eyes are kind of not brilliant. So anyway, I got this from Beauty in the Boutique. I waited ages because it went out of stock. And it's the NIOD fractionated eye contour concentrate. I've been using it for a while, and it does help. It's not going to be like an overnight miracle, but what I like is you drop a little bit on your finger. It takes a bit getting used to putting it on because it's a liquid, and you have to kind of quickly dab it under there, but it sinks in. It's got loads and loads of really good ingredients that seep in, and the good thing about this is you can also put this on your eyelids, and a lot of things say you can't do that, and we all know from putting makeup on our lids, that's the bit we want to target, you know. It's no good saying put it all around here and don't go in there. We want something to kind of help to firm up that area. So that's the NIOD. I didn't tell you about the cleansers that I've been using. So I'm very much a fan of beauty balms. Now, I've got 3 here that I've used. They're all equally as good, but they're just different price ranges, you know, whatever your budget is. Now, there's the Hardie Moringa cleansing balm. That's a little travel size I got. That you can get in Marks and Spencer's. Really, really good. I think it's about £26. Not for that size, for the full size. Really good. I've had Elemis one, which is brilliant. Quite expensive, but they do last because you don't actually need to use a lot of them. This is the one I'm using at the moment, which is Neals Yard Wild Rose Beauty Balm, because it's very good if you've got dry, sensitive skin. Essential oil of rose is very good for kind of menopausal women. Okay. And then this one is £8 from Boots, and I can assure you this is called Botanics Hot Cloth Cleansing Balm. I saw Trini from Trini and Susanne doing a review of this, and she said it's exactly the same as Elemis and all these other ones, and I can honestly say to you I've tried this and it is. definitely recommend this. It was £8 when I bought it, but I can't remember if it was on sale, but it's going to cost you no more than £10. Okay, that's Boots Botanics. You may have to order it online and go and click and collect, because it's really difficult to find it in store. So I'm trying out this sample that I was sent when I ordered some stuff from Cult Beauty, and it's called Caudalie Vinoperfect Serum, Radiance Serum, Complexion Correcting. So I'm going to put a little bit of that on. The only problem with Cult Beauty, they send you these samples and you think, oh, I really like that, and you look it up and it's, I haven't looked this one up, but you go and look it up and it says, oh, it's about £134, and you think, what? So that is a serum, and I think that looks lovely on the skin too. Now, I've just put that eye thing, that's sunk in, and I want to try this. They sent me this as well, so I got 2 samples. And it said it's eye cream for dry and sensitive skin. And my skin around my eyes, especially with hay fever, is getting very sensitive, and they water, then they start stinging, they start itching. And so I love the idea of something that's very moisturising and also very for sensitive skin. So, but what I like about this, so when I put it on, it feels quite rich, but it doesn't feel greasy. So it sinks in and it really feels like it's plumping out that skin under there. Oh, and I know people say you should only put it here. I'm sorry, but I need it up there because it gets really dry. So I'm just going to put a little bit over that. I won't put it on my lids. So I'm going to be so tempted to buy that eye cream, but it's very expensive. Okay. Let me know if you've got any recommendations, by the way. Definitely for sensitive, dry under eyes. Before I do that, I also had a little sample. This is very expensive, and I'm not sure it's worth it, but this was a little sample in a sample bag. This is the Balm de Rose by Terry. It smells lovely, but it's quite perfumed, and I'm not really sure. I've forgotten the lady's name that does a lot of skincare reviews, but she said you shouldn't be putting perfume stuff on your lips. And I cannot think of her name. I'm really getting bad at remembering names these days, but you'll know who I mean. She does a lot of skincare reviews. Caroline Heron, I think it was, yeah. Was it Caroline? Was it Caroline or the other one? Anyway, one of them said you really shouldn't be putting anything on your lips. It's got perfume in, and this is quite perfumed. Again, it's got rose. Everything's a bit rosy smelling around here at the moment. Okay, I'm going to go and get my magic. Okay, so while I'm putting this magic cream on, I'm going to tell you about my night creams. Every now and again, I'll try another night cream like I did last night. I think, yeah, it's good, but not as good as what I use. And there's one product that I've used at night for the last 2 years, and I swear by it. And a lot of skincare experts are very snobby about makeup artists making their skin products, but I swear by Charlotte's night cream. You put it on, you put a tiny amount on, it's like very thick Vaseline. You rub it in your hands, you put it on your face, and the next morning you wake up and your skin just looks like someone's ironed it out. It's just ironed it all. It just is wonderful. And I really haven't found anything to beat it. The magic cream I love, but sometimes I use something else, like the day cream. But the magic night cream, nothing beats it. If you've got dry skin and you've got fine lines, if you've got sort of oily skin, possibly not. But if you've got dry skin and you've got fine lines, honestly, just get a sample of it. Just put a tiny bit in your hand, warm it up, and put it over your face and go to bed. If you put any more on, you're going to say it's sticky, right? And that's what a lot of people complain about. You literally need a fingertip amount in the centre of your palm, and do that. And I promise you that, oh, mind you, I say that's on me. Try it for yourself. Just get the sample. Obviously, it's a lot to spend if you don't get on with it, but you can always order. It's always available as a sample to order when you get a makeup. Anyway, I've got to stop jabbering. Okay, let's get on. I'm going to put on my sunscreen now. You know what this is, Heliocare. Okay, so I'll do this and I will be right back. I've given that some time to sink in because I'm putting a lot of products on today, my face. But I really need to zhuzh it up because it really was looking quite tired. So I'm going to be using that Giorgio Armani foundation again, but before I do, I've got the matching primer that he uses, which is called Light Master Primer, and this is really lovely. Again, it will just give your skin a bit of a glow, a bit of a lift. I'm just putting this on with Charlotte's foundation brush because I really want to make my skin glow today, especially using all my new Tom Ford products. Okay, and this time I'm going to make sure that I mix my Power Fabric, because we know it's going to be a little bit too light for me now, with the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Film. Right, hopefully this time it won't look too pale. We shall see. You know me, I like you to see it as it is. I'm not going to make it all look perfect. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Yeah, that's better. So this is Power Fabric by Giorgio Armani, and it's 7.5, the shade, which was perfect when I bought it in the winter. And I'm mixing it with Charlotte's Flawless Filter in shade 5, which is Tan, which is slightly too dark for me. Right, and I've still got some left on the brush, on my hand, so I'm just going to dab that under here to give me a bit more coverage. And I meant to use my brush that I was using the other day and I forgot. Never mind. Right, so I want the best of both worlds today. I want to look glowy. I want my skin to look like skin, but obviously I've used quite a high coverage foundation. So I'm not going to use Bye Bye Under Either today. I'm going to do what Charlotte Tilbury makeup artist showed me, and that is to mix her Mini Miracle Eye Wand number 2, shade 2, on the back of my hand like that, with her retoucher, and then put that under my eyes. And I'm going to use the Expert Concealer brush by Real Techniques. I do use the Daniel Sandler one a lot, like I said to you the other day, but I find because this one's quite a runnier consistency, just blends it better with the Real Techniques one. So I think when you've got a cream concealer, his brush is really good, but when it's a little bit more liquid, I'd go for this brush. I love this brush too, because it does blend it really well. I've got 2 of these because I used to get annoyed when I couldn't find it, so I bought a spare. Becca Under Eye setting powder today, just under my eyes. Creasing up just to stop it doing that. And then I am going to do the rest of my face on the T-zone with Charlotte's Airbrush Flawless Finish powder. And anyone who thinks that I don't use all my products and I've got so many that I don't use them, this is my Airbrush Flawless Finish and I'm on my second one. I kind of alternate, you know, some days I use my MAC one, some days I use this, depending on what mood I'm in and what look I want to achieve. This one's just slightly more sheer and it will let that glowiness shine through. Right, now I'm going to put the Tom Ford eyeshadow duo on. I'm not going to show you that because it's just going to make the video really long and you've seen it. I'll link that video in case you want to see me applying that, but I will be right back once I've done that. Okay, I'm back and we're getting on to my two new Tom Ford products, so bear with me. So I did my eyes, I used the Legendary Lashes, I did my brows with Charlotte Tilbury, and I used that, you know, the bottle that I used the other day to make my own eyeliner. I lined my eyes with the enhanced shade of the Dolce Vita because I wanted a line, but I didn't want it to be really dark, just kind of golden. And then I tight lined underneath. Not sure about the lower line, whether or not it'd be better to have a skin colour, but there you go, just trying a different look for today. Now, before I go on to the contour shade, you saw that I showed you this the other day, which is a product that I got for free. And because the highlighter in this Tom Ford is quite subtle, which is fine, but I'm just going to put a little bit of this on as it's a cream before I put the powder on, because it will just give me that little bit of an extra glow. So I'm just dabbing that on to the kind of high points of my face. I do love this stuff, guys. It really is good. It does look lovely on the skin and it doesn't look glittery. Trust me. Can you see that? It just gives a glow. Okay. So, to the Tom Ford. So, I looked at the Tom Ford. I wanted to get one of the palettes that has got 3 items in it. Now, I wanted to get a bronzer, highlighter and blush in one palette. Now, the one that's just out for summer has got 2 highlighters and a blush, and I didn't want that because I wanted a bronzer. So I got this one, which is called Soleil Afterglow. I also thought it might be slightly better for my skin tone. I've got hair tickling my face. Don't you just hate it when that happens and you just put makeup on? Okay, so here is the compact, and it comes in a nice little bag. What I like about that is, you know how you get finger marks on these and they just don't look as nice, but that kind of keeps it shiny, and you get a massive amount of product. Some of you guys have already got this. I'm still being really careful about opening it, so let me just show you the colours. So there we are. So you've got the highlighter, the blush and the bronze, okay? And so I'm going to put that on. Now, a lot of people have said that the blush is quite pigmented. Just a little tip. I often find blush don't show up on me anyway, so I'm not too worried. But if you find that you're often a bit heavy-handed with your blush, definitely recommend this brush from Real Techniques. It's called the Blush Brush. But it's so soft that it's almost impossible to pick up too much product. I've never actually picked up too much. I find I have to layer it and layer it, but you cannot kind of just blob a load on. It just doesn't let you do it. So if you find that that's a problem for you, I definitely recommend this brush, and keep a lookout because they've often got sales on in Boots, Superdrug if you're in the UK, in the drugstore if you're not, and you can get them quite reasonably priced. Anyway, so I'm going to start by using Charlotte Tilbury's bronzer brush to put on the bronze shade here, okay? I did have a sneaky peek at this morning. It is beautiful and it blends really, really well. Doesn't leave any streaks. You guys are going to get me addicted to Tom Ford now. This is not a good sign. Okay, so I'm going to put a little bit at the top. I'm going to put a bit at the top today, just because everyone keeps doing it. So I think like, well, shall I try it? Add a bit more dimension to the top of my head. So what if it shortens it? Okay, and I'll just put a little bit more on there. And then underneath, and I'm going to bronze down here. Okay, so next we have the blush, and I'm going to show you actually with this blush brush what I mean. So as it's quite pigmented, I'm just going to show you here. I'm just going to pick up with this brush, and you will see it does pick up a lot of colour, but it doesn't tend to apply too much unless you really press it in. If you just go lightly with it, it will just blend it in really well. Yeah, I love this. You just can't go wrong with this brush. Okay, and in fact I could even go in with this side and I like that. I definitely like that. I'm going to go in with a little bit more that side. Actually quite like a bit of blush. Okay, and then I'm going to take Charlotte's sculpting brush and finish off with the highlighter. Now obviously this is going on top of that cream that I've just put there, but that will just bring it out a little bit more because it can look a bit subtle, which is fine if you like subtle highlighters. I quite like to highlight up there, so. And then I will put some down my nose, up here. Middle of my chin, and I'll just a little bit to accentuate the lip line. That balm to rose has actually sunk in quite nicely. I'm just going to go back over with the bronzing brush. Make sure that's all blended in nicely. Like so. And last but not least, now I want your guys' opinion. Please be honest with me. I know you will be. I fancied a nude colour because I've got a lot of bright colours recently, and I fancied a nude colour, and I'm not sure if this is a bit too nude for me. My sister doesn't seem to think so. So what I've been doing is I tried it on this morning and then I mixed it with Charlotte's Pillow Talk to warm it up. I love the formula though. This is Tom Ford. It's one of his summer collections and it's in nude. The packaging is gorgeous, really lovely to have in your handbag. So this is nude. So I'll be interested if you think that that's too pale. I keep feeling like it is. And what I'm going to do to finish off, and you can tell me which you prefer, is I'm going to mix some Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk just to warm it up a bit for my complexion. So that I get, because the Pillow Talk is actually a matte revolution one, and I quite like the shine on this, so I'll get, again, I should call this the best of of both worlds. Get ready with me, shouldn't I? See, I prefer that in terms of the colour. I think it gives me a bit more of the warmth of Pillow Talk, a bit more of the shine of Tom Ford, and it's great. If anyone's got any recommendations for lip colours for me, let me know down below, because I have got my eye on them now that I've tried out the formula. Okay, I hope you've enjoyed today, and I will be with you tomorrow. I'm getting a day off, all to myself, because Jack is going to play at Chelsea Football Ground. So I will see you all tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.